All right, I am Mrs. Fairchild. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am math teacher, as you know, and I also teach in the tag department here at Roswell. My email address is right there, fairchild@fultonschools.org. And I have a phone number there. It's a Google Voice number, which you can call if you want. I probably won't answer, but you can definitely text. And then if I need to call you back, I'll call you from that number. So it's been a good way to communicate with people, or if we need to, hopefully we don't need to have a talk, but if we do, we can do that using that as well, or text me, like I said, that's fine. A little bit about me. This is my 8th year at Roswell and my 10th year teaching. I actually born and raised in Atlanta. So I grew up in Decatur. So my kids are Ember, who's in 5th grade, and Camden, who's in 1st grade. And then we have some dogs and kitties at our house too. So we got a whole zoo. All right. So for class expectations for honors geometry, I'm expecting them to participate, meaning answering questions in class, raising their hand, taking notes. So we take notes almost every day. So I tell them if I'm writing it, they should be writing it down. Definitely, I want them to ask questions. That's going to be one of the best ways to learn. I was always that student asking questions. I like questions. I encourage them. So some of them have been pretty good about speaking up. Others are very quiet. So we are working on that. I don't know if they've shared with you my phone policy, but I don't collect the phones. I make them put them up. So we have like those over-the-door shoe pockets. So when they come in, have them in there by the time the bell rings, and they don't get them out until the next bell to go to the next class. So I find it's way easier. It's less distracting. They focus on math. And so if there is something you would need to reach your kid for during my class, you'll need to call through the front office if it's an emergency. Otherwise, they will get their phones and quickly look at it right when class ends. So obviously, if there's an emergency situation or something where you need them to have their phone on them that day, they can just let me know and they can keep it on their person. So supplies that we recommend, definitely this calculator is awesome. It's a TI 30XS. It's only like $15 to $18 depending on where you get it, and it does a lot. And it should take them all the way almost through next year in Algebra 2. So not a terrible thing for a $15 investment. Of course, they need to bring their laptop or their tablet or their Surface. A few of them lately have not had them charged, so if you can make sure they are remembering to do that at night, that would be helpful. If they don't have a tablet or it dies, then I tell them just get out some notebook paper and write it down old school style. So they're not big fans of that. A few of them have been using their fingers to write on their laptops. These are the styluses that I emailed about. It's a little bit closer view of what they look like. They have like this plastic disc on the end, and what it does, it helps you be more precise with writing on the laptop screens that are touch screen. This little like nubby end is just not as accurate, but it works. So if you can get one of those for your student, maybe get two in case they lose one. They range, I think, from like $6, and I think on Amazon you can get two for like $13, and they have fun colors. So might be something, whatever your student feels comfortable with, check with them and see how they've been doing so far. For me, quizzes and tests are on paper, so I can read what they're writing, no problem. If you're into math, here's all the units that we're doing this year. Right now, we are in Unit 2, right triangle trigonometry. And this is the breakdown for the grades. Homework / any classwork grades is 10%. The minor category is basically quizzes. Those are 30%, and major is tests, 60%. Each unit has a quiz and then a test, so it's pretty straightforward. We do use Teams, not very much. I'd rather just stick to Onenote, but I do some announcements through Teams. You can always contact me, your student, or you can message me through Teams, or if we need to do virtual conferences, we could do those through Teams as well, or open house like tonight. OneNote is the main go-to for this class, so if the students aren't here or when we're working classwork and homework, it's all done through OneNote. It's basically a digital binder. They probably used it last year. There's notes in there, they can do their homework, there's resources, videos, everything can be linked right through OneNote. It's very nice. This is the unit calendar that I emailed out to you as a PDF, just so you see they have access to this for each unit. This is kind of what OneNote looks like for them. I did update this calendar recently, so we had a change in something, so they need to be able to check the content library, and they know where that is to see the most updated version. And if they're absent, then they can say, okay, I was absent on this day. Okay, this is the topic for that day. So then they can go and find the correct notes and video for that day. As you can see, speaking of videos, here for each unit, there's a video page, and that links right to my new YouTube channel, which I'll talk about in just a second. Homework, like I said, is done in OneNote, as well as classwork and notes. It's given every day, even Fridays. They love that. Except for on a day where there's a quiz or a test, they don't have homework that night. It's graded. I check it most days. It's graded on a weekly basis. They've got to do the homework if they want to, do well in this class. I have so many students at the end of the year like, man, I really should have done the homework this year. So these students this year have actually done a really good job of doing their homework for the most part. So, so kudos to them for keeping up with that already after a crazy last year. They do it in OneNote. They will get an answer key. So they have that answer key there to check their work. The idea is that they check it before they come to class, so that way we have, don't take up class time checking it, and then they can ask questions on ones that they didn't understand. The idea is that they're using this as a tool after they finish it to check their work. We use a lot of different digital tools. I try to keep the kids, not just do the same thing every day. So we've already used quizzes, we use Teams, OneNote, Desmos have used that, and Edpuzzle is really cool. You can put videos and ask questions along the way, and it tells you how much time they spent watching it, if they answered all the questions, and it kind of helps check and assess them as we go. It's pretty cool. Has your student missed class yet? If they haven't, they probably will at some point. So what I decided to do as of yesterday is upload my videos to a YouTube channel. That way everyone can access it. I wanted to make sure today's video would fit. It was almost 40 minutes long, but if they missed class, they basically can go and watch class. So it's me doing the notes, which are also available in the content library every day. They know how to find that. So I always say first go check OneNote for the classwork and the homework for that day. And then if there is a video for that day, it will be in the YouTube channel. I have it set up Unit 1 playlist, Unit 2 playlist, and so on. So they should be able to go in there and figure out what the topic was that they missed and watch the video. Okay, that's it. Any questions? We have